Hello and welcome to Conan Exiles. Now today I've just got one big important question for you, and that is this. Are you ready for the Age of Heroes? If not, or you're not sure how to be ready, then stick with me because I've got a few little ideas to share with you of ways that you can make sure you're ready, and also an extra one that I recommend you do this now because when it comes along you're not going to be able to do it anymore, but all will be revealed later in the video, so stick with us. So here we go with the first one, and as many of you may well be aware now, or if you haven't been keeping up to date with the updates for Conan Exiles, when Age of Heroes comes along, one of, or if not probably the biggest new feature or change system that is coming into the game will revolve around your crafter thralls, or friends as we like to call them, so your blacksmiths, your carpenters, etc. And it's going to be a system where they will be just the same as your fighters or your dancers or your archers that you can place in the world, rather than your crafters being just taken out of your inventory and then slotted onto a bench and then moved from bench to bench as you need to do. They will become a person that you can place on the floor, just like say a fighter or an archer or a dancer, and you can also interact with them, and they can be fighters if you wish them to be. Certain crafters may not choose to fight, they may choose to run away. People like your blacksmiths may be interested in a fight because of them being blacksmiths and working with weapons, etc. But we don't really know how that's going to work until it comes around. But also you'll be able to remove their horrible coarse clothing that you normally see them working in and dress them up either in some clothing of your own choice or an armor set that you want to put them in. So like if your base is somewhere where you're going to have purges coming in, that the blacksmiths and carpenters will be around, and if they are followers that are prepared to fight for you as well to defend your base, then you may want to give them a weapon as well and deck them out in some good strong armor so they've got a bit of a chance of surviving, because especially name crafters are not easy to get hold of or replace, just like fighters can be. So that's the cool thing with it. But along with that feature, which is called the living settlements, I believe it's called, they will have what we call needs. Now they'll just fulfill these automatically, you won't have to do anything. They will need to eat and drink, which we'll take a look at in a second, but also they'll need to get rest, which they can either do from sitting on a bench or a chair or what have you, or like you can see behind me here, if you place some beds down, they will go and take a sleep and have a rest essentially. However, just because that follower or crafter is away from the relevant bench, so if your shieldwright armourer is asleep in a bed, this doesn't mean that you won't be able to access the bench. You will still be able to access your armourer's bench and still get the benefit from that armourer, provided they are in range. Even though they're not physically at the bench anymore, you'll still be able to get that. But we'll take a look at all this in the new update when we eventually get Age of Heroes, so more to come. So stick with us for that one and you'll get to hear about that, but that's one of the features. So this is just to give you another example here again as well, something I've started laying out with some tables and chairs. Still got a bit of work to do in this room yet, but again, if you want somewhere to represent for your crafters to sit and eat, which they will do an eat and drink animation at times as they're fulfilling their needs, but don't panic because any water that they drink won't be taken out of your water skins, or any food that they eat won't be taken from your preservation boxes. It's just purely an animation that they do, and again we'll hopefully see all this in action when the new update eventually arrives. One of the other big changes going forward in Age of Heroes will be the Battle Pass. There will be no more Battle Pass after the Age of War, so if you haven't completed your Battle Pass, which I would think by now most people have, but if you haven't, now is the time to get it finished, because once this one goes, that is it. They will not be introducing another Battle Pass again, because obviously this system just didn't seem to be working for them in some way, however they were trying it. So it seems to be that this is being removed, so No more battle pass in Age of Heroes, so now is the time to get this one completed if you haven't already, to get all your rewards, because it will be going away in the next update. If you do enjoy my content and you find it helpful and interesting, then why not consider becoming a subscriber? Totally free for you to do, and it helps me out a lot, helps me grow my channel, which I'm looking to do to make it into a business for the future, hopefully providing useful and interesting content for you guys, because the more you guys watch, the more I'm going to make, and also you're helping me out doing what I enjoy doing, so why not consider it? Totally free for you, helps me out a lot, and while you're down there, why not leave a comment and leave a like for the YouTube algorithm, so it helps push this video out to more and more people. And also don't forget, turn on your notifications so that you get to know all information and uploads from this channel, because I do post things in the community tab as well. Also to let you know when we have live streams, which are on a Friday evening, 7 PM to 9 PM UK time. Possibly may change in the future, but that's what we do at this current time. As I say, all totally free for you to do, but shows your support for the channel, because the more support we get, the more enjoyment I see you guys getting, the more enjoyment I get out of making the videos and bringing you the content. So if I can help you and you can help me, then we're definitely on to a winner. Now, quick spoiler alert for this one. This location that I am in, which I'll show you in just a second, is also part of the new update, and for those who don't want to know, I suggest you mute your sound and look away for about the next 2 or 3 minutes. But for those who are interested, the location where I am on the Exile lands, this is also going to be changing, because as we know in Age of Heroes there are going to be 2 new companions. There is going to be a sorcerer style male companion who we get from a location in the jungle, which we can't actually visit that again as yet because it's not available, but once it is we will do. And also a second companion, which is a female, and it's probably one of the fan favourites of a lot of people, which if I just pan my camera around you can see her stood just back there. I am of course referring to Freya. So this location will look a little bit different and will be set up differently to how it is now. So if you are a big fan of Freya and you like her as an archer, as she is an NPC, there we go, you can come up here, as many players know, and you can knock her out and tame her as a friend and turn her into a fighter slash archer for you in game at the moment. But as it stands, once Age of Heroes drops, this will change and Freya will be the second new companion, so you'll no longer be able to come up here and tame her as a new friend or follower or thrall, whatever you want to call them. We like to call them friends on this channel, but that's where Freya is. So she will be the second new companion, so she will not be tameable going forward. So I suggest if you really like Freya, you get up here, get her knocked out as many times as you can, put away in the storage box, or if you want to keep them for spares, or if you're fortunate to play on a server that's a community server, hopefully the admins may have either stocked up on them or they may be able to still spawn them in, but we don't know as yet whether this is a thing. This is something else again that we will look into. But in Age of Heroes, Freya will no longer be a tameable companion. And just a reminder for those who don't know where we are up here in the Highlands at Freya's Hovel. So now is the time again to get yourself Freya as many times as you like while you can, because once again, once she is gone, she's gone. Just down here though, below the dam, you do also have Dina Master Huntress that spawns, where she wanders around near one of the pillars down there. She will be staying and she's a guaranteed spawn as well. So you could essentially swap Freya out for her. She is just as good, pretty much the same stats, similar health, and she pretty much looks like Freya. So if you want the next best thing, then Dina is somebody you could go and get as well. So just for a little bit of fun while we're here, got 2 of these young ladies stood either side of me. Yes, one is Freya, one is Dina, but for a little bit of fun, let me know in the comments down below this video which one you think is Freya and which one is Dina, because yes, one is Freya and one is Dina. Just thought because they look so identical. See if you can guess which one's which. Let me know in the comments down below, and you never know, we'll see who gets it right in a future video. So there we have it guys, just a few simple tips and tricks to hopefully help you get ready for the Age of Heroes. At the time of this video we don't actually have a date for the new update, but hopefully it will be very soon. We know it's supposed to be in October sometime, so fingers crossed it won't be too long. So from me for the moment, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a comment down below, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.